We're talking about 800 horsepower and 1,250 newton meters from one e-motor.
Elon Musk wasn't ready for this.
Imagine 800 horsepower, 1,250 newton meters from a single electric motor, one small motor. Even Elon Musk might not have seen this coming. In 2025, Koenigsegg, known for defying physics, didn't just launch a car, they dropped a bomb on the automotive world. No fanfare, no teaser campaign, just pure, unadulterated engineering that forced everyone, including Tesla, to look at the future differently. We're talking about a hybrid pushing 2,300 horsepower, an electric motor, so compact it fits in a backpack, and synthetic fuel cleaner than gas. Is this the death knell for the electric revolution as we know it, or the moment it evolves into something far more incredible? What Koenigsegg just did is poised to permanently alter the trajectory of the car industry, and it arrived completely off the radar. Let's unpack how we got here. The electric vehicle revolution arrived with monumental promises. Save the planet, silence the combustion engine, redefine transport forever. Yet, the reality often falls short. EVs today can be heavier than trucks, rely on batteries demanding rare earths mined under ethically questionable conditions, and offer a driving experience critics sometimes liken to operating a complex appliance, not a passionate machine. So what chipped away at the electric vehicle hype? And what did Koenigsegg build that could make the tech world's most prominent figure rethink his strategy? It began with Tesla. The original Roadster wasn't just a car, it was a statement. EVs could be fast, silent, and aspirational. Elon Musk wasn't just selling vehicles, he was selling a vision built on software innovation, a dedicated charging network, and bold predictions that made established automakers seem rooted in the past. Tesla's ascent was unprecedented. The Model S redefined performance EVs, the Model 3 democratized electric mobility, the Model X added luxury, and the polarizing Cybertruck proved Tesla couldn't be ignored. This rise was fueled by global momentum. Governments mandated change. Europe targeted a combustion engine ban by 2035. California followed suit. China aggressively incentivized local EV production. Cities restricted diesel vehicles. The industry giant scrambled. GM pledged all electric by 2035. Volvo, Ford, Mercedes. Timelines stacked up, promising a swift electric future, but the glossy headlines hid inconvenient truths. Range anxiety persists. Most EVs can't match a gas tank's range, especially with heating, AC, or highway speeds. Cold weather drains batteries faster. Fast charging still means 20 to 30 minutes to 80%. If you can find a working available station, then there's the battery itself. A single Model S pack requires significant amounts of lithium, cobalt, nickel, manganese, and graphite. Materials often sourced with high environmental cost and disturbing labor practices. Reports have linked cobalt mining to child labor in the Congo. Lithium extraction is water-intensive, stressing drought-prone regions. These batteries are also profoundly heavy. The average EV significantly outweighs its gas counterpart. This extra mass accelerates tire wear, strains brakes, and causes more road damage. Add the limited, complex recyclability of most current battery packs, and the environmental halo dims somewhat. Perhaps the most subtle yet critical issue is the lack of soul for many enthusiasts. Instant torque is thrilling, but the near-silent, often software-mediated acceleration can feel detached. There's no mechanical connection, no gear shift feedback, no engine note evolving. The driving experience, filtered through layers of code, feels digital, sometimes even sterile. This leads critics to label EVs as high-tech appliances. Even companies founded to challenge Tesla often fell into the same blueprint. Bigger battery, more range, slicker UI, different badge. Rimac builds blisteringly fast EVs, but they are heavy and complex. Lucid offers tech-laden sedans, but faces scaling hurdles. Porsche's Taycan is precise, but weighed down by its battery system. The industry seems stuck on one dominant formula. This is precisely where Koenigsegg diverges. They don't chase market share or mass production. Koenigsegg pursues one relentless goal: innovation at the absolute limit. They ignored trends and refused to follow the herd. While the rest of the auto world adopted Tesla's playbook, Koenigsegg authored an entirely different one in quiet isolation from their Swedish facility. For years, they operated in near silence relative to their impact. No conventional auto shows, no social media blitzes, just crafting hypercars that defied the perceived boundaries of physics. The Agera RS shattered speed records. The Regera eliminated the gearbox entirely. The Jesko pushed track performance to new extremes, but nobody anticipated their next act. A four-seater hybrid capable of outrunning a Bugatti, powered by an electric motor so potent and compact it redefines electric propulsion itself. That motor, paired with a revolutionary engine, is the reason industry leaders suddenly had cause for deep concern the moment everything changed. In 2025, Koenigsegg delivered a shockwave without ceremony. No press conference, no dramatic unveil stream, just a cold, hard reveal of engineering so far ahead it felt disruptive. In one move, Christian von Koenigsegg unveiled two machines that made conventional EV powertrains look like interim steps. First, a combustion engine designed from the ground up to run on advanced synthetic e-fuel, promising near-zero net emissions. Second, an electric motor so light, powerful, and efficient, it challenged the industry's obsession with simply stacking more battery cells. The world noticed. And yes, Elon Musk blinked. So what exactly did Koenigsegg reveal, and why did one of tech's most confident figures seem momentarily floored? It starts with the dark matter motor, Koenigsegg's in-house electric drive unit. The name isn't hype, it reflects its nature. Dense, mysterious, incredibly compact, and utterly unique. Weighing less than 40 kilograms, under 90 lbs, this motor generates 800 horsepower and 1,250 newton meters of torque. For context, Tesla's powerful Model S Plaid uses two larger, heavier motors to reach comparable torque. Koenigsegg achieved it with one. It's not just the numbers, it's the engineering. The dark matter motor uses a raxial flux design, a revolutionary fusion of radial and axial flux principles. Radial flux motors are standard in EVs, efficient, common. Axial flux motors are known for extreme power density, but challenging scalability. Koenigsegg combined them into a unique six-phase architecture. This innovation distributes power more evenly, manages heat significantly better, and maintains consistent performance regardless of conditions. How small is it truly? Christian von Koenigsegg held it in his arms during the factory reveal. It's genuinely the size of a carry-on backpack, yet it provides more torque than the entire powertrain of most full-size SUVs. Unlike multi-motor setups requiring complex software arbitration for torque vectoring, the dark matter simplifies everything. A single self-managing unit linked directly to Koenigsegg's bespoke torque converter and inverter. Fewer parts, fewer potential failures, minimal energy loss. The implications are immense. Electric performance doesn't need mass. Advanced torque control doesn't require multiple heavy motors. Koenigsegg has already integrated this motor into a production spec Gemera, and the results are staggering. Lighter, simpler than the previous hybrid system, yet it performs better. This begs the question, if the electric motor is so incredible, why include a combustion engine at all? Because the second reveal is equally game-changing. A quad turbocharged combustion engine running on synthetic e-fuel, generating over 1,500 horsepower on its own, with near zero emissions when using carbon neutral fuel. This isn't a repurposed engine. It's a brand new block, valve train, turbo architecture, entirely in-house, designed specifically to run clean, burn hot, rev high, and integrate seamlessly with hybrid electric power. Synthetic e-fuel is created by combining captured CO2 and with green hydrogen. When burned, it releases only the CO2 used in its creation, achieving net neutral emissions. Porsche is exploring similar fuels, but Koenigsegg built an engine for it from day one. Paired with the dark matter motor, the system delivers a combined 2,300 horsepower and 2,750 newton meters of torque. These are production-ready figures for the updated Gemera. Consider this, a four-seater Grand Tourer with cup holders, infotainment, and luggage space that accelerates harder than a Bugatti Chiron, all without relying on a massive heavy battery pack. No range anxiety, no lengthy fast-charging dependence, no reliance on volatile lithium supply chains. This alone would make headlines. What stunned the industry was the quietness of the drop. No grand event, no marketing blitz. They simply updated the Gemera's technical specifications, issued cryptic statements, and let the engineering speak. As details circulated among engineers and automotive experts, the buzz became deafening. This opens up radical design possibilities. Smaller motors mean less weight, leading to better chassis balance, tighter handling, reduced tire wear, and improved overall efficiency. It's a cascade of benefits difficult to achieve with heavy battery-centric architectures. And the synthetic combustion engine? While most performance brands abandon or sideline combustion, Koenigsegg introduced a new in-house quad-turbo V8 designed for synthetic fuel. This engine isn't just powerful, it's engineered for cleanliness. Running on e-fuels derived from captured carbon and green hydrogen, it offers power with near zero net emissions. This fundamentally reframes the sustainability debate. Battery electrics have been positioned as the only sustainable path despite their trade-offs. Koenigsegg offers a different, flexible route, lightweight hybrids using advanced combustion and sustainable fuels. Few companies could execute this. Koenigsegg is independent. From carbon fiber weaving to 3D printed titanium exhausts, they design, engineer, and build internally. This vertical control allows rapid innovation and risk-taking without external dependencies. It's more than a new drivetrain, it's a different philosophy. The impact was immediate. Engineering forums, performance blogs, even internal discussions at major OEMs shifted. Questions arose. Why are we chasing diminishing returns with dual motors? Why are we hauling battery packs weighing hundreds of kilos? Why hasn't anyone else pursued a scalable e-fuel hybrid? Even publications previously purely advocating for BEVs acknowledged the significance. Koenigsegg didn't just make a better engine, they exposed a fundamental weakness in the prevailing strategy. A lack of imagination, a reluctance to explore alternatives after investing billions in one direction. As 2025 unfolds, the reality is undeniable. A 4-seater exceeding hypercar performance, a backpack-sized motor, a clean, high-revving engine, all from a company with fewer employees than some brands have in marketing. What makes Koenigsegg unique? The engineering depth. It's virtually impossible to replicate. They don't just build cars, they embody a distinct way of thinking, designing machines without the usual constraints. No legacy systems, no compromise, no waiting on suppliers. What they can control, they control. Shortcuts others take, they avoid. That's why mimicking them is almost impossible for a mass market giant. Take free valve technology. Conventional engines use mechanical camshafts for valve timing. Fixed, predictable, limited. Koenigsegg replaced this with pneumatic, hydraulic, electronic actuators. Each valve is controlled independently by software in real time. The engine adapts instantly, switching modes, shutting down cylinders, optimizing timing on the fly. It's giving the engine its own flexible brain. And while big companies are still experimenting, Koenigsegg has used free valve in production cars for years, or the Regera's direct drive. Traditional cars use multi-gear transmissions, complex, heavy, inefficient. Koenigsegg asked why. The Regera uses a hydraulic coupling connecting the engine directly to the wheels, supplemented by electric motors. The result? Seamless, gearless acceleration, instant power, fewer parts. Many engineers thought this couldn't work in production. Koenigsegg proved them wrong. Their light-speed transmission, LST, is another example, balances fast shifts with low weight. Unlike heavy dual clutch systems, the LST uses multiple clutches cleverly arranged for virtually zero shift time. Imagine skipping gears entirely, 3rd to 6th in an instant. It's lighter than a DCT, faster responding, and works in perfect harmony with the car's systems. This philosophy permeates everything. They weave their own carbon fiber, controlling every detail for optimal strength and weight. They 3D print titanium exhausts in-house. These aren't novelties. Every choice serves performance, efficiency, or control. If it doesn't improve the car, it's out. This is why Tesla can't simply copy Koenigsegg. Tesla is a mass market company producing hundreds of thousands of cars. This demands supply chain reliance, part standardization, and cost per unit decisions. Scale is the priority, not artisanal perfection. Their innovation lies in software, manufacturing scale, battery management, a different valid goal, but fundamentally different from Koenigsegg's pursuit of pushing theoretical limits, regardless of volume. Koenigsegg's engineers looked at EV propulsion and asked, why do we need 3 motors for torque when one could suffice if designed optimally? They broke from the standard 3-phase system, pioneering a 6-phase axial flux design, merging radial and axial flux magnetic architectures into a compact, powerful package. The result? More torque density, better efficiency, superior heat management. Its small size opens up radical packaging possibilities. The dark matter motor isn't just small. It's intelligent. It works seamlessly with Koenigsegg's bespoke converter and inverter, reducing energy loss. It handles torque vectoring internally, eliminating the need for additional motors. Fewer parts, less weight, less complexity. Paired with their hybrid system, it enhances rather than mutes the driving feel, a common challenge for pure EVs. It delivers instant torque, but in a way that feels connected, alive. And the new synthetic fuel engine completes the picture. Designed specifically for e-fuels, it offers a path to near zero emissions without relying on rare earths. It sidesteps the entire battery mining issue while retaining the visceral qualities many enthusiasts crave: sound, vibration, responsiveness. This engine isn't about nostalgia, it's proof combustion can evolve if we rethink its fuel source. Together, these technologies challenge the core assumptions of current electric cars. Do we need giant batteries, heavy vehicles, range anxiety, long charging times, or muted driving dynamics? Koenigsegg's answer is a resounding no. There's an alternative. A path blending the strengths of electric and combustion power without inheriting their weaknesses. And here's the provocative question: if a small factory with a limited team can achieve this, what does it say about the industry giants? Why haven't they explored this path? Have they become too invested in their current systems to pivot? Koenigsegg's approach is a direct challenge, not just to Tesla, but to every automaker prioritizing the path of perceived least resistance. It's a potent reminder that sometimes the only way forward is to discard the rulebook entirely. What happens now? Is this the beginning of the end for electric cars? The industry is watching Koenigsegg with a mixture of admiration and anxiety. If Koenigsegg's approach proves scalable, if combining a compact, ultra-efficient electric motor with a lightweight, low-emission synthetic fuel engine delivers superior real-world performance, range, sustainability, and engagement, then the current big battery model starts looking less like the inevitable future and more like a temporary phase. Tesla's dominance is built on massive battery packs, adding hundreds of kilos to achieve their famed range and acceleration. These batteries drive cost, complexity, and environmental concerns. Koenigsegg leapfrogged this issue by integrating a high-output hybrid system with a motor requiring fewer parts, less cooling, and no rare earth magnets. They've created something fundamentally different. The auto industry often downplays the environmental footprint of BEV batteries. While tailpipe emissions are zero, mining lithium, cobalt, nickel, etc. is environmentally disruptive and ethically fraught. Manufacturing consumes vast energy, and recycling remains challenging. Synthetic fuels offer a clean cycle. Burning them releases CO2, but that same amount was captured to create the fuel. Porsche, Saudi Arabia, even the EU are exploring e-fuels. Koenigsegg isn't alone in betting on them, but they are alone in building a powertrain designed for them from scratch. Their new engine is not a repurposed V8, it's quad turbocharged, built with exotic alloys for high temperatures, optimized for rapid combustion, and seamlessly integrated with the dark matter motor. 2,300 horsepower in a 4-seater isn't just a number, it's proof that hybridization doesn't demand compromise. Can anyone catch up? Koenigsegg's innovations are deeply proprietary. Their carbon fiber, titanium parts, software, it's all in-house or highly customized. Replicating it means starting from zero. Most automakers aren't structured for this level of vertical integration and bespoke engineering. Tesla's model requires scale and reducing complexity for mass production. Koenigsegg embraces complexity to achieve purity, knowing their volume is tiny. This reveals a painful truth for large automakers. Radical innovation doesn't always scale cleanly. Tesla can't instantly shrink its supply chains. Ford can't retool factories overnight for bespoke 6-phase motors. GM isn't abandoning its Ultium platform soon. Billions are invested in one direction. Koenigsegg quietly carved another path. Even if giants pivot, Koenigsegg has years of practical knowledge lead. Meanwhile, public perception is shifting. Many car buyers want more than silent transportation. They want experience. They miss the mechanical drama EVs often erase. Koenigsegg's reveal resonated because it wasn't just specs. It was a philosophy made real. A car that outruns a Chiron, seats 4, carries luggage, uses carbon-neutral fuel, and packages its electric drive into a backpack. It wasn't marketed as a rebellion, but it felt like one. Tesla faces a challenge. Musk's battery software bet looked invincible recently. But if Koenigsegg's hybrid approach proves viable, Tesla's roadmap could feel increasingly constrained. Their focus on large batteries, heavy platforms, and software control is ideal for pure EV dominance. But if the future includes lightweight hybrids and synthetic fuels, Tesla might be tied to infrastructure that becomes a disadvantage. Musk could pivot, but that means admitting the future isn't exclusively electric. Musk's cryptic tweet after the announcement, "Physics is the ultimate arbiter," was read differently by fans, critics, and insiders. Behind the scenes, Tesla engineers reportedly expressed frustration. Koenigsegg's packaging efficiency forced a re-evaluation. How could a niche company achieve superior torque density, thermal performance, and integration? Some argued it couldn't. Scale. Others warned scale might cease being the only metric of success. If synthetic fuels become cheaper, if policy favors low-volume clean combustion, if lightweight hybrids outperform heavy BEVs in real use, then perhaps mass production isn't the ultimate prize. In that world, Koenigsegg is a pioneer, not an outlier. Christian von Koenigsegg's strategy: stay small, stay weird, stay ahead. He rejects volume chasing, software-driven driver experiences, and compromising engineering purity for market share. Every project balances beauty, brutality, and balance. It's not just speed, it's the feeling of driving. Not just sustainability, it's the joy. This challenges a key assumption that green must mean boring. The heart of this story is a simple question. If Koenigsegg can build a 4-seater hyper-hybrid that uses carbon-neutral fuel and fits its electric power unit into a backpack, what excuse does the rest of the industry have? Why are we told EVs must be heavy, dull, or that sustainability requires sacrificing excitement? Koenigsegg's announcement doesn't end the EV era, but it shatters the idea of a single, inevitable future. For years, the narrative was set: combustion dies, batteries rise, software dictates. Now, the future feels more complex, open, and interesting. Koenigsegg disrupted more than a product. They disrupted an assumption. We stand at a split in the road. One path chases bigger batteries, more range, more software. The other asks, what can we achieve with less? Less weight, less complexity, less dependence on fragile supply chains, and maybe, just maybe, find more fun, beauty, and balance along the way. That's the true legacy of Koenigsegg's dark matter motor and new hybrid system. Not just numbers, but a provocation. We don't have to choose between performance, sustainability, and joy. We can have all three if we dare to think differently. Where does that leave Tesla? The billion-dollar question. Elon Musk can adapt. He's done it before, but adaptation takes time. Koenigsegg didn't just adapt, they reinvented. The next few years will show if Tesla doubles down on the established EV formula or follows the radical lead of a tiny Swedish company that quietly rewrote the rules. If they don't, the future of driving might just belong to the rebels.